There's no
They don't
excuse
care.
for bruising your child like
they
that.
don't
Even if
care.
you're
They don't care. It's an
no,
accident.
but I think that's abuse stuff. If you're hitting your kid to the point of bruising, right?
No, it could be an accident.
And that
That's the
kid
other
didn't do
thing.
anything wrong. It's just you're having a shitty day, so you want to put your shit on someone else that's smaller than you.
Well, what I'm
Joe's
saying is that
taking
you didn't
an
hit him.
different
You just
example.
like kind of grab and pull your kid
Yeah,
away.
but you still bruised them.
It's a
in
different
that way.
situation.
But damn, how hard you grabbing your kids
Yeah,
with them
when-
eagle claws? You know what
and-
I'm saying? Like, you don't grab a kid like that.
That-
No matter how angry you are.
You have no idea somebody, if you have anger
You're
issues.
a grown-ass adult male.
you
Like,
have-
that's crazy.
You have to understand.
Then that
each
person needs to
person.
check themselves.
Yeah.
That person needs to go through therapy. And maybe
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
need some time apart from their children so that they
And
won't ever do that again.
there are
Because you do that
situations-
once, you may feel bad later on when you decompress. But if you never learn how to control your anger, you're going to do that twice, 3 times, and then eventually you're going to think it's normal.
Lucky Boys Podcast.
Chinese Asian parents discipline our children that can lead into that situation. So I also want people to be aware of the fact that, yes, culturally, it was interesting because a lot of my fathers that I didn't work with, they said I grew up, back in Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, they made me kneel on rice as is.
My second grade teacher made me kneel on rice
Was this
with
a
books,
Catholic? Oh,
with books in my hands.
And all of that. So that right there, if you do that to your child now as a form of discipline, I'm going to use the word discipline and not punishment. Yes, that will get your ass into holding for 24 hours and possibly in jail a little bit longer if you don't have proper legal representation.
okay, how about something more tame, like holding a book above your head?
See,
Is that considered corporate punishment?
legally, if you are somebody with a good lawyer, the definition is dosage, right? I can spank. How hard and how angry that day, and how many times have you spanked? That determines the abuse. So if you don't have, how do you articulate? If you're somebody that's not educated in your mind, I don't know, like, yeah, I hit my daughter, and really, and then of course your ACS lawyer for the child, they're gonna dig into that, knowing that, oh shit, this guy, he's not that educated. Let's go in there and find out exactly how bad did you.
Is that a legitimate investigation, or is that
if
more
you make the
prejudice
kid
on
hold it
his
for
side?
2 hours,
Yeah.
you're going to jail. Because I can't even, I can't even hold a book now for 15, 10 minutes. I mean, let's face it, for somebody that's not physically fit, depending on, and by the way, what size book? Or what, 2 phone, or the dosage is what people are looking for. Yes, I spanked my child. What
Because
did you
that-
spank?
I went
That was
to
a very
Catholic-
common
I went to
discipline
Catholic.
method for
Yes,
Asian.
but you also
Asian
have to
Yeah.
remember that's for common.
And it's common for, I don't know about this day and it probably not, but back in the day in Catholic school, you get like,
I
we would
got
get slapped.
yardstick. I got spanked.
We got slapped, yardstick.
Yes.
We had to put our hands back in the air for like
Right.
over an hour. We'd be dropping when when they're not looking.
Get whacked.
And then we had to put our hands back up when they are looking.
And
It
now
was
that
crazy.
causes emotional trauma. Because if you do it in front of your class, you just humiliated that child.
See, here's,
And there's, because a lot of things they can lay into the legal language.
do you consider that abuse?
And see, I have to look at each and every one of these on a case by case, because you can't have a cookie cutter for each and every family that you have to deal with it. There will be a time when a person could be calm and collect, and there will be a day you come back, you had a rough day, and you're going to carry that emotional anger. And I had that happen because I actually teach parenting class, that you come back angry and your child never had that experience because you always come back happy with your kid, and the kid just want to run to your leg and grab you and give you a hug, and the first thing you do, that emotion transferred over, and the first thing you do is just grab that kid and say, get out of my way, and you realize it's too late, because when you have that emotion that is still in you, it'll still bleed to it, and then Normally your kid will be perfectly normal just to run up to you and jump on you. But the moment, at that very moment when that happens with your child, that in that frame of mind, that was an aggression from another person. The first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna go and rage, your eyeballs bulges out, it's like, what are you doing? And you knock, and the only time that'll stop you is when you see the water that comes out of your kid's eyes. Because like, kids
That's
innocent.
trauma. That's
I
trauma.
know, but a parent that'll do that. That's
But see,
like
the thing
that
is,
parent has some
when you just
deep-rooted
get,
issues.
when you just get all of a sudden, I don't know, you got fired or you lost your account,
Mm-hmm.
or somebody did something really, and you did not decompress, and that's the situation. A lot of time when parents come home, if there's not a decompressed face, especially when you have young children that don't expect you to be in that emotional state of mind, that right there, that
but
incident.
to grab and physically assault your child just
No,
because,
it's not assault. It's just that, it's like, get away from me, because you're still in that emotion.
You kind of don't know
And-
your
Okay,
own
yeah,
strength at that
that's
moment.
understandable.
And it happens.
But then
And
child
guess what?
services will try to separate
Because
you
if
from.
that child bruises and goes to school,
But that's the thing. If you're in that state and you, like, there's no
They don't
excuse
care.
for bruising your child like
they
that.
don't
Even if
care.
you're
They don't care. It's an
No, but I
accident
think
or-
that's abuse stuff. If you're hitting your kid to the point of bruising,
no,
right?
it could be an accident.
And that
That's the
kid
other
didn't do
thing.
anything wrong. It's just you're having a shitty day, so you want to put your shit on someone
Well,
else
Joe's
that's smaller than you.
taking-
But what I'm
Joe's
saying is that
taking
you
an
didn't
example,
hit him. You
different
just like
example.
kind of grab and pull your kid
Yeah,
away.
but you still bruised them.
It's a
in
different
that way.
situation.
But
When my-
damn, you
when
grab
my
how
daughter-
hard you grabbing your kids
Yeah,
with them
when-
eagle claws. You know what
and-
I'm saying? Like, you don't grab a kid like that.
There-
No matter how angry you are.
You have no idea if you have anger
You're
issues.
a grown ass adult male.
you
Like,
have-
that's crazy.
You have to understand.
Then that
each
person needs to
person-
check themselves.
Yeah.
That person needs to go through therapy. And maybe
Yeah,
they
actually,
need some time apart from their children so that they
And
won't ever do that again.
there are
Because you do that
situations-
once, you may feel bad later on when you decompress. But if you never learn how to control your anger, you're going to do that twice, 3 times, and then eventually you're going to think it's normal.
Lucky Boys Podcast.